Me mo bibi akwaba eba Melodies TV so. And the story kesia eba and say special prosecutor ache a Dr. Sledge. Now for people who don't know Dr. Sledge, he's one of a very, very young rich people in Ghana. Now Odili in gold. Now yachino because MPP time you see gold dealership be in Sensembi Ekoso. Emma allegedly over millions of dollars. Say yenhu etria kwan. Inti no ya che papai. Na papai a friend Dr. Sledge. A lot of people don't know him, but he's behind. Allegedly, he's behind a lot of Ghanaian musicians. And there's a one say Ghana for musicians ni bebre na air track cars. Ene nyama allegedly nipa kra otai omo chipa sa papa yi. In fact, Kwame A+ akanda. Samuni amobeka ya emra Kwame A+ etrese Kennedy Japan friend no eka say constituency ho MPP for the Sikaba so that ono Kwame A+ own winning no. Ono Kwame A+ asemo kan say Dr. Sledge etanichi. Inti no MPP for sika wo mo de bebia no ono no or the dollar amount ene beba munya mo kai say obo say di no Dr. Sledge inti no na papa we ena na Kwame A+ or kanasem. So this is Kwame A+ with Dr. Sledge. Now apparently in fact it is even on record say even the current Attorney General allegedly Dr. Sledge make a donation to the current Attorney General before when the current Attorney General pay say car for campaign allegedly when the NDC was in opposition. Into where from entertainment to politics and then all that apparently you'll be you say or sponsor politicians but or sponsor microphone so what you say. Na se munia mo be kaya sa Chef Smith. Okay. Chef Smith. Anyway, I think that story is not important, but I just want to show you Dr. Sledge na here kind of one so you know who we are talking about. Into special prosecutor kwa kochino. What you say? Special prosecutor akwa kochino. So in order to show you Dr. Sledge who he is and all that this year when Kwame A+ was having a fight with the Attorney General nankasa babontin den sembi betuja na mami reading some Attorney General ne kan or say I am aware of allegations made by Honorable Kwame Asariobin, MP for Gomoa Central, known as A+, who called me corrupt and a thief on social media, claiming I received campaign contributions from a businessman, Dr. Sledge, and others who donated pickups. These allegations are baseless. Into where I say Dr. Sledge ni din den ebemu na Kwame A+ allege say Dominic ayini nikra Dr. Sledge contributions den emano. What you say? So basically you need to know who you are talking about, the Dr. Sledge So now that's material Dr. Sledge or bibi aye kan ni pakra aye kan ho asem. Let's go into the issue. Okay, now answer your concept no me share subscribe and click the notification bell so. And then your first timer. Yes sir. Na latest news be about one sabeka. Na mamen san so far we famous show de bia meka. Se wo tie me na we fu eso a. Efu kese e di stroke nenam. Efu kese e di diabetes type 2 nenam. Efu kese e di heart attack nenam. The best thing you can do for yourself is to learn how to reduce the size of your stomach naturally. Obeye nyama miensa. Sa nyama miensa e wo book mu. Book no link e wo comment box we video we out here. The first comments comment box ni mu the first comments link be wo click it. O dia won pen a big deal biasa. Number near that screen so 055 807 4986 055 807 4986. Fresh number and our WhatsApp number you best send the book no ni PDF amount. 100 cedis per. and I say ya send a book no ni video ni tree video amount no wetie no wa ye nyama no 1 month we be hu say we fu be sha say etwe now yenko Dr. Sledge nsem ni mu na ye ko nsem ni mu no ma me ready eye abrante bi efe ni ke kujo ne nsem a wode aba beto dwa explaining the matter. So let's go into it. See, the news just broke like a mallet on fragile glass last night. Dr. Sledge Nanaya Adodu, Chief Executive of Goldridge Refinery Limited, is now in the custody of the Office of the Special Prosecutor. He has been detained for failing to meet bail conditions in an investigation into corruption and corruption-related offenses under the Minerals Income Investment Fund. To many, this may sound like just another corruption story. In truth, it is the peeling back of a rotten ceiling that has been leaking for years. Beneath the jargon of gold trade programs and commodities stabilization lies the naked truth. More than $94 million in public wealth may have vanished under Goldridge's failed trade settlements in the so-called Gold for Forex and Gold4Oil schemes. And so it is alleged that he's linked to Gold4Oil in Senseme Corso. Now you see under the watch no about $94 million aira ye hu bibia sikanafa. Or say add to that a $25 million MELODIES overdraft facility swallowed without repayment, and we are staring at $119 million in liabilities. As MELODIES was not born a rogue scheme. It was established with solemn intent to manage Ghana's mineral royalties and build a sovereign wealth fund for future generations. Yet, under the cover of legality, its custodian opened the vaults of our national patrimony to a handful of aggregators with with Goldridge at the front of the queue. From August 2023 to September 2024, MELODIES Commodities Trading Program boasted $1.02 billion in gold export inflows. But beneath the glossy report sat untraceable disbursements. $2.2 billion equivalent to $150 million was pumped into aggregators without lawful basis. Na Ghana no, ye wo outfit bi company bi efe ne MELODIES. Na MELODIES no, na ejuma wo ye ne se, ye gold esika ho nsensem. Ena odi ho ejuma. Na you say MPP time in 2023 na omo nama womo ka omo abanpa ejuma pa womo yenti Ghana yenye sika $1.02 billion in gold export inflows. Ya exporting gold ma yenya 1.02 billion and omo de hwa omo ho. Now so you say sa report we ni na echi no sika eye 2.2 billion Ghana cedis eye equivalent to $150 million. Yenhu bebi afa because allegedly sa sika no ye de ko share companies bi mu emenne yenhu etri akwan na sa sika no ye de ko share companies ni mu nakra no companies no na embra entechi se wo se ye de sika ne mo ye to asa was $240 million was wasted on astroturf pitches and a mining museum, while mining communities sank in dust and poverty. Say CKE MPP force omunyae, almost the $240 million. Ekoko ye astroturf. Astroturf $240 million. Hey. Also $84.8 million Ghana cedis. About $5 million was allegedly spent on mining equipment that no one can account for. Almost spending $5 million on mining equipment, and the mining equipment they were here. Obi eni baby afa. And 1.4 billion Ghana cedis, equal to $82 million, was diverted into speculative equity stakes from McDonald's Electrochem to Atlantic Lithium. Nti sika no yesi Magdan a company no sika ni bi komu. Atlantic Lithium nso sika ni bi komu. The MIIF scandal was not a one-man show. Names emerged from the shadows. Legal manager Nana Sewa Owusu, head of legal and compliance Daniel Imadi, chief investment officer Bubune Sokpo, CEO Edward Nanaya Okrantin and board chair Professor Douglas Boateng. Together, they presided over an institution that loaned mineral royalties to private companies as if it were a family susu scheme. Let us not forget that the same MIIF machinery once engineered the much-hated Ejapa royalties. And I was even about to say that. MIIF aye kon ho asem so omo no mo di sika na kwakwa ye nyama ende ye hu sika echi kwan. E yo mo ano mo be yes na komo be ye Ejapa. Different name, same appetite, turning Ghana's gold into a buffet for the well-connected under the Akufo-Addo regime. Also, even bulk oil distribution companies meant to safeguard fuel stability now find themselves with $30 million stuck in Goldridge's hands. Into bulk oil distribution companies, omo produce, omo koto fango de breya no, omo krano, yese ene $30 million. Akwa kodi sa Goldridge yese papi no Dr. Sledge insem yehu bibi askanafa. What was designed as a national strategy to secure forex for oil imports has become an elaborate game of pass the loot. And still, we were told MIIF stabilized the forex market and supported BDCs. This was the language of technocracy, masking tragedy. You cannot stabilize what you are draining. You cannot support the economy by sinking its spine deeper in debt. This case must not end with Dr. Sledge. It must climb the ladder to the MIIF boardroom, the Ministry of Finance, and all who sanctioned the siphoning of public wealth into private pockets. Where was Parliament when MIIF became a private equity firm with public cash? Where was the Auditor General when royalties for schools and hospitals became seed money for astroturfs? Where were the media barons when $94 million slipped away in the name of gold aggregation? Today, the OSP holds one man. Tomorrow, it must hold a system. We have lived this life. We watched Ejapa collapse under citizen resistance, only for its spirit to rise in new forms. We were told every scandal was a sacrifice for future stability. We were told every loss was a strategy, but Ghana is not a test lab for elites to experiment with anger and hope. Gold is supposed to be our blessing, yet in the hands of MIIF and its partners, it became the alibi for looting in broad daylight. The people of Ghana must now decide, will we allow this gold to be alchemized into the political dust of another lost decade, or will we demand the full weight of accountability from boardroom to courtroom? Because if $190 million can disappear under the watch of our mineral fund, then what future are we saving for? So basically, no, Dr. Sledge, TIH, no, and Gold4Oil, $94 million, and then you see who be a sikanafa. And he says, I want to know Sikane Baby Din in Sem. And nothing a special prosecutor allegedly wa kochino. Ayo. Untre mwa your comment box ni why. And then Gold4Oil buy. Onze ba mia asemba ho we unity. Untre mwa dwen me da ase.